There just ain't one. There just ain't one weapon, no. Although they've set a snare, a trap, I want you to know it won't work. Ooh, no, no, no. There just ain't one. There just ain't one weapon, no.
Sometimes life will deceive you. Just when you think you've made it, your whole world falls apart, I know. And so-called friends go on and leave you. You hold on to your pride, but you're crying deep inside, and so you lift your hands up to the sky and say, "Oh Lord, please tell me why. Why must it always be this way? Is there someone who can say that I'm on your side? Anything you need at all, give me a call. My love will last forever. I'm on your side. I will never desert you or hurt you. I'll always be the one who's on your side. Let me lift away from your shoulder. I wanna be the friend you need. I'll protect you from any harm, oh yeah. And when the winds are blowing colder, before you're swept away, I will wrap you in my arms day and night. Never be afraid. Yes, we can find a way. Keep the faith and believe in me. I know in time you will see that I'm on your side. Hey, anything you need, oh yeah, yeah. My love will last forever. Oh, I'm on your side. I will never, no, never. I will always be the one who's on your side. My love will always be through fire and rain and all the pain, whatever tomorrow brings. Oh, I'm on your side. Anything you need at all, give me a call. My love has last forever. Yes, I am there. Hey. I will never
not a haphazard end, nor a secondary scheme, but it was the plan of the Lord to redeem. Oh, the Lord to redeem. Calvary didn't just happen to be, it was there before the world began. He decided to die for you and I, even before Adam sinned. It was not a haphazard end, nor a secondary scheme, but it was the plan of the Lord to redeem. Oh, the plan to redeem. John saw a book into which no man could look. They were denied though many came. Then John began to weep. The elder said, John, don't weep, for the Lamb has already been slain. And a praise went forth. God save.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Okay. I was just informed that we needed to start at 6. It's now 6:01. So give a few more minutes to say your highs. And then we got to go right down the list. I promised my children that I would take it very seriously. I had some courses on how to handle this, and Daddy going to make you proud today. Daddy's here. All right, I know most of you guys. I know actually a lot of you guys. My name is Derek Baston Sr. I am Jennifer's, was her husband for like 15, 16 years. I'm going to read out this program. I was informed to do that. And then I'm going to take it a little personal on how I got it, because this didn't sum up everything. It was a synopsis, but it just didn't sum up everything. I know some of y'all are like, oh, it's actually, I was shocked when I was asked to do the task of the eulogy, but my daughter said it was fitted. So I gladly took that. Jennifer Baston. Jennifer was born on January the 10th, 1979 in Kansas City, Kansas, to her parents Larry and Susan Kelly. She grew up in Kansas City, Kansas, the first 10 years of her life. Then the family moved to Missouri, settling in Grandview, and that's where I met Jennifer. She graduated from Grandview High School in 1997 and continued her education at Avila University for her bachelor degree in social work. She would later attend UMKC for her master's degree in social work. Jennifer worked many years as a social worker and loved her jobs, including DFS, Crenton Children's Center, Signature Psychiatric Hospital, and a few others. She has always had a kind heart and loved helping individuals. That was her passion. She loved helping individuals, no matter who you were. Jennifer had so many friends. If you had the pleasure of knowing her, you knew she loved the Gilmore Girls. I watched it on reruns several times. Hocus Pocus, Betty Boop. When we went to Branson, she bought everything that had Betty Boop to it. She loved getting her nails done, and this blanket, that was my arch enemy. It was my arch enemy. She called it Herb. I honestly thought for a while that it was just something that it was fixated and it would go away. So when we started having children, the blanket was old, worn out, and dirty. I had no idea where she got the blanket from. And Daddy didn't do good, I'm going to tell you that now, because I took the blanket. And I just thought maybe if I got rid of it, she would just forget about it, because it was go to the movie sometimes with us, out to eat with us. And it had a name, and she treated it like a person. So I wouldn't say it was disturbing, but I just thought it was just a little too much. So one day I ended up throwing Herb in the trash can outside, and she asked me, she's like, where's it at? And I said, I don't know. What happened to it? She's like, Derek, please just tell me. And the look on her face, you thought I threw one of our kids in the trash. So I pointed out, and then remind you, Jennifer's like 5'3/4". The trash can is 6 foot high. And I didn't do it to be mean, so let me say that first. I didn't do it to be mean, I just thought it was just clutter. She would have joined the Olympics hopping over that trash can. I looked out the back window, and she was in the trash can. I don't know how she got in it, and she took it out. And she said, why would you do that? And I told her I would never do that again. So Herb lived for a very long time with us. I forgot where I was at. And I'm surprised that it wasn't in here. She liked those dolls too. I accidentally broke one, accidentally. Let's just say it didn't go well for a week for me. But she's one of those people that had a great heart, and she just was very good at forgiving. Let's see. So we left off at Hocus Pocus. We We did the Betty Boo. Oh, Christmas. Whitney Houston. She loved it. Whitney Houston. Garage sales. Oh, my goodness. There wasn't a garage sale that Jennifer did not like. There wasn't a garage sale that she wouldn't stop at every corner and say, there's value. I asked her one time, are you a hoarder? She said no. I asked her again. She said maybe. And we left it alone. So we had the garage sale thing. She would do anything for anyone, even if she didn't have the means to do it. And I think her children understand that very well. Jennifer is the type of person that she can be mad at Tuesday at 1 o'clock. And Tuesday at 4, she'll invite you over for dinner, including me. And I was the ex. She loves socializing. She loved being around different people. But I think this is where I'm going to end the program, because I'll get real personal. She had a ton of family. Ton of family. I met Jennifer in Grandview, and that's where I met Susan. Me and Tim rocked together for a very long time. We met in high school. My first impression of Jennifer was, man, she's a little spunky. I didn't think that we can blend that well together. I just didn't. But her loyalty was unquestionable. When she had your back, she had your back. That is all it is. There was nobody that was going to ever talk about Derek. Now, at that time, we came from two different worlds. My mother and her mother. But for some reason, they just got along. And that's when we started having children. We built a foundation with our children. We built a foundation with our families. There's nothing I could say negative about her, because I promise you, the next day we will be on good terms. And I think most of you guys have witnessed that. We stayed together for 15 years. We decided that we were better off as friends. It was a little rocky in the beginning, but her friendship will always remain with me. So she went off and had children. I had children. But nothing ever came across that she did or I didn't do. You would have honestly thought we were still together. Fortunately, we had mates that just didn't say nothing. They were cool with it. So any graduation, I was going to be there. Any special events, from dance to football, she was there, I was there. People ask, your ex come over to your house? Your ex come over to your house? Your wife don't mind? No, because my wife loved her too. She was just that type of person. Your mother was extra special. And I wanted you to know that. Extra special. Now, I know y'all told me I can't do jokes. But Monty helped me write this script. I told her something earlier that was off the top of my head. She said, Daddy, don't you ever write that. Don't you say it, so I won't. I won't. But as time moved on, Jennifer helped me. You know, she would always say, you think you're better than you smarter than you smarter, you smarter. You think you're smarter than everybody else. No, I was kind of cocky. But that was a lot of lessons that I learned from her. How to show true love. And being a male with all these girls. Whoo, my goodness. With all these girls. It took some time. I had to learn to take out some testosterone. She told me one time, you can't speak in that voice. Why? This is who I am. But who you are, Derek, is good. But that doesn't translate to your daughters. I guess I'll go to cheer today. I guess I'll go to dance today. She always would remind me, we're grandparents, because I have a tendency to forget it. Not that I'm a grandfather, but sometimes my life is focused on other things when the value that she kept is with our children and our grandkids. I had a great pleasure of meeting her side of the family, from Debbie to Harvey, to your kids, to the Browns. Enjoyed every minute of it. Every minute of it. I told Ebony the other day, I said, I know. Now, there used to be a joke that used to go in the house with my four. Your mother's number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, and I might finish number 10, but Daddy's here. I know that you guys are suffering, and I get that. I check on you every day. You have a large family to lean on, even with your brothers over here. Hey, Big D. Hey, Big D. Hey, Big D. Big D is here for you, too. I will show up to every game. I will show up to every graduation. I will show up when you graduate. You guys are a part of my family. And they know when I say that, I mean that. Junior, Daddy's here. You get that? Daddy's here. You got a large family, if you look back, of people who love you guys. They wouldn't be here any other way. You got your friend back there, Leah. Brittany. She'll rock with you. You got your other friend here too. You guys have people to support you. She was a well-loved woman, and she loved to be loved. The first one of the jokes, I'm not going to say it too much, but one of the things that she'll do when she feel like you're upset, she'll cook for you. Now, for me, you already know what I'm going to say. It was hamburger helper 4 different ways. But I know she learned, that was one of her gifts. When we got into an argument, I'm blocking you, I'm blocking you, I'm blocking you. We'll block each other, but we really didn't block each other. We left Facebook open. We left Instagram open. Her favorite thing is, hey, I'm doing something. What? What are you doing? You still mad? No. What are you doing? Well, I'm cooking. Is it hamburger helper? No, silly. It ain't no hamburger helper. Spaghetti hamburger helper. No. But that was one of her ways of saying I'm sorry. We both had problems, so it was rare that we said we were sorry. But we knew we meant it. I think she told her kids on her last day that your dad is my best friend. I can say the same thing too. Your mother was my best friend, and my wife is right here. She knows that. We just had a lovely clan, a lovely family. Christina, thank you. My God, you already know. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Where's Susan at? You said I will always be your number one. You keep that. I like to be number one. Now, I didn't want to open it, so I'm a closer. But for you guys, I will open the show. Now, I think my daughters had some words. Did I do okay? Did I do okay? No jokes? I got a few jokes. Y'all don't want to hear it? Sounds about right. But I think they have some notes that you want to read from other people. And before I get off the stage, I want to tell you this. Just take a look back. You three, take a look back. Drake, the other way. They're here for you. I love you guys. Derek, Daddy's here. All right, I'm going to pass it on. Aaliyah? Oh, we're going to do the music first. Am I singing? Oh, okay, never mind. All right, we're going to go to the music, then we're going to go to the notes. Oh.
I took the supermarket flowers from the windowsill.
Oh, I thought it was Lil Wayne.
Threw the day old tea from the cup. Packed up the photo album Matthew had made. Memories of a life that's been loved. Took the Garrett Wilson cars and stuffed animals. Poured the old ginger beer down the sink. Dad always told me, don't you cry when you're down. But Mum, there's a tear every time that I blink. Oh, I'm in pieces, it's tearing me up. But I know a heart that's broke is a heart that's been loved. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mum. When I I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. And when God takes you back, he'll say, hallelujah, you're home. Fluffed the pillows, made the bed, stacked the chairs up, folded your nightgowns neatly in a case. John said he'd drive, then put his hand on my cheek and wiped a tear from the side of my face. And I hope that I see the world as you did, 'cause I know a life with love is a life that's been lived. So I'll sing hallelujah. You were an angel in the shape of my mom. When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up. Spread your wings as you go. And when God takes you back, he'll say hallelujah, you're home. To see the person I have become. Spread your wings and I know that when God took you back, he said hallelujah, you're home.
How do you do this? I'm not sure. Oh God. Hello? Okay. I'm gonna read. Sorry. I can do this. Okay. I'm gonna read my siblings in my memory. I'm gonna start with Gabby. Gabby says, me and my mom love getting our nails and feet done. We love going out to eat. My mom loved Gilmore Girls. Most of all, my mom always told me that she loved me and helped a lot of other people. I love her so much. P.S. I miss her. Drake says, Dear Mom, I want to say that we only have one mom, and you were the best mom ever. I am grateful for you, and I want you to be here. And we are all sad, but I know that you were feeling pain all your life. Now God's got you. All 12 years of my life, you have been the best. I will always remember. I'll never forget you. Thank you for being my mom. Darian says, my mom always made sure we were taken care of no matter what. doing/getting things for us even when we did not ask. I will miss making jokes about her bad cooking. She always made sure we had fun. I also love spending the holidays with her. She always went all out for every holiday. I love and miss her very much. Now, Ebony. I have so many good memories with my mom, it's hard for me to pick just one. So here are some of my favorite things that I will miss. Starting with our phone calls every day, all day. We could literally stay on the phone and talk about random things for hours. Our shopping days especially, when we went thrifting and would help each other pick out things to buy. Last thing I want to share is that I will mostly miss our relationship, the way we could banter back and forth, making jokes with each other. We had this inside joke where we celebrated every time we went a whole day without any arguing. I love my mom and I will miss her for the rest of my life. Okay. Amani, it is hard to think that my mom will not be there for some of my big moments, like graduating, my wedding, or my future children. But I'm grateful for the many memories we have made, and I will cherish them forever. I will forever remember the times where I would be driving us somewhere and she would be freaking out in the passenger seat. Or every night I would go over there to get food and eat dinner with her. In the holidays, she would make special for her children no matter how old we got. I loved it when she would call me every morning to just talk about nothing, and when we would sit and watch movies together. You will forever be in my heart. I love you so much, Mom. I will miss you. Now, Derek. One of my favorite memories is when you found out Princeton was coming soon. You rushed to the hospital and started crying for joy and excitement and was with us through the whole birth. I miss spending every day with you. I love you. Now, mine, Aaliyah. I have many memories with my mom. Being just 16 years older than me, we kind of grew up together. She was always the person I would call if I had a question about anything. The most special memory I will cherish forever is the love she gave my daughter. Zuri is forever blessed to have gotten to know and love her, but also gets to carry her name. My mom was a force. My mom could never be remade or copied. She is one of a kind. My heart will forever be missing a piece where she used to be. Dear Mom, I will never stop loving you. You have been my heart, headache, reason to live, and so much more. Thank you for being the best woman I could look up to. Until we meet again, I will never forget you. Thank you.
This is for my people who just lost somebody. Your best friend, your baby, your man or your lady. Put your hand way up high. We won't never say bye. No, no, no. Mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, friends, and cousins. This is for my people who lost their grandmothers. Lift your head to the sky, 'cause we won't ever say bye. As a child, there were them times I didn't get Never knew I could hurt like this, and every day life goes on like. Wish you could talk to you for a while. Wish you would try not to cry as time goes by. And it's true that you reached a better place. Still I give the world to see your face, and right here next to you, but it's like you've gone too soon. Not the hardest thing to do. Say bye, 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 and you never got a chance to see how good I've done. You never got to see me back at number one. I wish that you were here to celebrate together. I wish that we could spend the holidays together. I remember when you used to tuck me in at night with a teddy bear you gave me that I held so tight. I thought you were so strong you'd make it through whatever. It's so hard to accept the fact you're gone forever. I never knew I could hurt like this, and every day life goes on like. Wish you could talk to you for a while. Wish you would try not to cry as time goes by. And it's true that you reached a better place. Still I give the world to see your face, and right here next to you, but it's like you've gone too soon. Not the hardest thing to do. Say bye, 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 bye. Hardest thing to say bye, 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 bye. This is for my people who just lost somebody. Your best friend, your baby, your man or your lady. Put your hand way up high. We won't ever say bye. No, no, no. Mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, friends, and cousins. This is for my people who lost their grandmothers. Lift your head to the sky, 'cause we won't ever say bye. Never knew I could hurt. I never knew. And every day life goes on like. I wish you could do for a while. I wish you could try not to cry. As time goes by, and it's true that you reached a better place. Still I give the world to see your face, and right here next to you, it's like you get too soon. The hardest thing to do is say bye, bye,
Good evening. My name's Tim. I'm Jennifer's brother-in-law. I have the privilege of reading just some memories that have been given to me, shared by friends and family. This is just a very small sample of the wonderful memories that we have of Jennifer. At the conclusion of the reading, I would like to invite anyone else up here who would like to share something, memory, story, whatever you feel comfortable doing, and then after that we'll have a closing prayer. Shared by Tony Birch. Jennifer was different. I watched her put smiles on everyone's face. Didn't matter where we was at. When we first met, she asked me to go to the laundromat with her to wash clothes. I was like, cool, but when I got in her car, she had literally 8 bags of clothes, full to the max. I looked at her like, really? And she gave me that smile. Said, it's okay, but I had other plans for us, like relaxing or being lazy, you know, my fave. I didn't know what I signed up for. I started acting like one of the kids, just being defiant. But Jennifer kept smiling, and eventually we started laughing, and the rest of the day was happy times and good memories. Jennifer was patient, loving, and kind. At least with me she was. I miss everything about her, even her cooking. That cooking theme's going to come up a few times. Miss Ruth shares, one day AJ was cooking and Jennifer wanted him to go to the store. He was getting ready to fry some chicken, so she was going to have to finish the chicken. He said, just put the chicken in the flour and fry it. So Jennifer, being Jennifer, put the chicken in the skillet, no seasoning, and just put the bag of flour on top in the skillet. She said, you said put the chicken in the flour. Miss Cat Grant shares, when we were at Zuri's birthday party, I mentioned I was needing a way to pick up a cabinet. Jennifer said the cabinet could probably fit in her van. So when I left the party, I said bye to Melvin and Zuri, but I forgot to say bye to Jennifer. She had Melvin call me, and he said, Jennifer said she's not taking you tomorrow to get that cabinet. We started laughing. She took me the next day, and we talked about how she spoils her kids. She was so sweet, funny, and loving. I miss her. Kylie shares, I'll remember her most for how fiercely she loved, how she accepted anybody and loved them as her own, how much she loved her kids, whether she birthed them or not, how special holidays were, and how important she made everyone feel, even over something most people would deem as small. AJ remembers the time Jennifer got really drunk and thought that she killed her brother Scott. She did not. She was very upset and no one could calm her down. Scott was right there telling her, you didn't kill me, I'm right here. It was a really funny night that we'll all never forget. Tanya, I have so many memories with Jenny. We met in 2009 at an Economic Opportunity Foundation, and we've been best friends for 15 years. We had so many adventures. If I shared them all, we'd be here for days. We always counted on each other for support. No matter how mad she got at me, she couldn't stay mad at me for long because we were linked for life. I will always be here for her, kids, and I'm only a phone call away. Cousin Angela remembers when her mom, sister, and brother lived with Jennifer's family in Lone Jack. One night, Jennifer and I stayed up really late, and after everybody was asleep, we cleaned the whole house. And then we left a little note saying the cleaning elves did it. I know it's kind of silly, but it was just random, kind things that Jennifer would do. I'll always remember playing Barbies with her. I remember riding little tricycles and those little small plastic silly kitty cars around and around in the basement. I also remember we used to cut things out of magazines and glue them on paper, like it was going to be our dream house. I just know her as always being a very helpful, kind, loving person. She was also always so easy to talk to about anything, and she was a good listener. She always had good advice. But I will never forget the way she drove. It was very scary and very fast, and I never wanted to ride with her because her driving was one to remember. Cousin Tyler shares, when I was 13 or so, I remember going to the store when I was in Kansas City at the time. I saw a DVD of some SpongeBob episodes I wanted, and I slipped it into the cart. She bought it anyway because she knew I would like it, and I did. Serenity, she shares, Jennifer always made me feel welcome. When I first came into the family, she made sure I had a gift at the holidays, and she made sure everyone talked to me and played with me, and I really appreciated how she made me feel. Melvin says, my memories of Jen have always been positive. We would always tease one another in person or on the phone. She was so loving to me. I couldn't have asked for a better mother-in-law. She even helped me set up my engagement with Aaliyah. She would always spoil me with gifts on my birthday and Christmas, even though I told her I didn't want anything. Jen's happy-go-lucky personality will always be missed. Jack. Every time I saw Aunt Jennifer, she always told me how tall I was getting, and she loved to stand next to my mom to show me that she was taller than my mom. Aunt Jennifer has always been good to me. We will miss her. Emma shares, Aunt Jennifer always made sure any friends I brought to a family event always felt welcome. She was so caring and loving and thoughtful. I will really miss her. Uncle Harvey has this memory. When Chrissy, Meredith, Amanda, Jennifer, and Scott were all little kids, they would all sit on my lap at the same time, all except Jennifer. Uncle Harvey's lap was the community kids' lap. They would all fall asleep at the same time on my lap. But as soon as they would leave my lap, Jennifer would crawl up there. She would not share like the others. She would sit, lay, squirm, sleep for what seemed like hours with her little ears on my chest and her thumb in her mouth. She liked her alone time with me away from the other kids. Aunt Debbie says, I lost my beloved niece Jennifer. I want to take a minute here and tell you about her. She was a sassy, strong, scaredy cat. An adventurous, inquisitive homebody. And as smart as a whip, hard-working, hot mess, all rolled into one 5-foot beautiful woman that I adored. If you asked her to describe herself in one word, she would just say, Mom. Jennifer, if you are listening, I'm so grateful that you picked me to be your friend, and I will miss you. Zuri says, I like that Grandma always stood up for me from the boys, and she loved me so much. Christina shares, my sister, where do I begin? Jennifer and I were very close in age. I can't actually remember a time I didn't have my sister. Jennifer and I have always been very different. She was outspoken where I was not. She was true to herself, no matter what anyone said or thought. When we were kids, we shared a room. She was the messy one, and she knew she wouldn't have to clean up because I couldn't handle the messes. She would just sit in the middle of the mess with the tape recorder asking me questions while I cleaned. I will miss her calling me early in the morning. I will miss her laugh. I will miss her bad jokes. I will miss her on the holidays. I always told her not to get me any gifts, but she always did. And I'm glad I have those things that she's given me. Jennifer was a special person. I will love her always, miss her always, and remember her forever. Her mother, Susan. I have so many memories of Jennifer that I can't begin to share them all. She was a very adorable child, and she always made her presence known. She was loving and kind and made a lot of friends. She was very smart, and I admired her strong drive towards getting what she wanted. She worked very hard in her studies, and I was proud of how she got her master's degree and went on to social work. She gave me a wonderful gift of 7 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. She also brought many other children into my life through her kindness and love towards others. Jennifer and I enjoyed going to garage sales together, trying out different restaurants together, getting our nails done, and just hanging out with each other. We always spent holidays together as a family. Jennifer especially loved Christmas. She was always very generous in giving gifts. If she knew that someone wanted something in particular, she would make sure they had it. I love Jennifer so much and will always treasure the memories that I have of her. She was a very special daughter, and I will miss her so much. Her brother, Scott, wrote these words. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day. Unseen, unheard, but always near. So loved, so missed, so very dear. I would like to take this time to invite anyone else who has some words to share. If you feel comfortable, you can do it from your seat. You can step up here on the stage. So I'm going to sit down for just a moment and give everyone that opportunity, and then I'll come back with some closing words.
Greetings, family. Can you hear me? Greetings, family. My name is Antonio Higgins. I met Jen probably about 10 years ago. And just a disclaimer, I tried to wear navy blue, but they didn't have any in the big and tall section at Kohl's. So this is all I could find. I won't be before you long, but I just wanted to share a couple memories that I had with Jen. I met Jen 10 years ago when we were working at Crenton together. And I was like fresh out of undergrad. I was ready to like take on the world. And she kind of like saw my zeal, and she saw how I was getting played by the patients. And so she kind of like took me under her wing and like started giving me a lot of wisdom. And then we started spending all of our breaks together. Like anytime she was on the schedule, we made it to where our break times lined up. And we were spending so much time together that like coworkers were like, is something going on with y'all? Because she's with this other dude that picks her up, but I don't know. And, you know, I definitely cherish those moments. One quick funny memory, Jen had told me one day, she was just like, you know, I got to get this body right. You know, I want to get in shape. Brother, can you help me? And the guy she was dating at the time, she was like, I got to get right for him. And I was like, well, first off, you don't get your body right for a dude. You're going to get your body right for yourself. And I was like, if you're really serious, we're not going to wait till this weekend and schedule. We're just going to go ahead and, you know, with the rest of our break, go run around the parking lot. So me and Jen literally go around the Crenton parking lot doing like a little bit of a jog. I was 100 pounds lighter, so don't look at me now and be like, who are you to coach somebody? But, you know, we were like jogging, and then we would do high knees. And so with the high knees, I would make her bring her knees up to her chest and like run in place. And so Jen just made it into an entire joke, and we couldn't get nothing done. And so like when the incoming staff, because it was like night shift, when they were coming in, they were like honking and they were yelling and they were like, Jen, I see you, girl. And she was like, look at me, I'm doing high knees, y'all. Yeah, like we never did high knees after that day. Like she kept saying she was going to schedule with me, but of course it never happened. So we spent a bulk of our time just like going to restaurants, going to theaters, like going to Longview Lake, you know. And so we just had a food relationship. A love relationship with each other, but a relationship with food also. And there was one time where me and Jen fell out, and it wasn't even really a fallout. I was like, Jen, you have to stop posting everything that we do. Like, for real. Like, post your boyfriend, post some other stuff. She was just like, you think too much about what other people think. You care too much about their opinions. She was just like, those people are not paying your bills. She was like, if I'm going to spend some time with my brother and I want to post it, guess what? I'm going to post it. And thank God she did, because those are all the photos that we have now. And so that is one thing that I take away from Jen, is just her ability to really not care what other people think, her ability to make light of every situation. Those are things I will always take with me. The last memory that I'll share is, I think back in like 2013 or 14, I can't remember. I had applied to a PhD program in DC at Howard. And I was telling Jen, hey, you ain't just going to be calling me brother no more. It's going to be Dr. Brother. You're going to have to put some letters behind my name, put some respect on it. And so, you know, she was cheering me on, and she was all excited for me. And then over time, she just got tired of talking about it, but she wouldn't tell me that she was tired of talking about it. She would just be like, okay. And so this girl come in one day during break, and she put some papers down, and I look down, and it's an acceptance letter from UMKC. And she's just like, I'm going back to get my graduate degree. You always talking about Howard this and Howard that. I can get some letters too, you know, and I'm going to do it with these 6 kids. At the time, I don't think Gabby was born. And so I was just like, all right, you know, I ain't mad at you. And that's exactly what she did. She pushed through, and then with 7 kids, with maybe being a single mom, she was able to get that graduate degree. But the thing I was going to tell you is I flunked my entrance exam to Howard. So then Jen told me, well, you know, you coming to UMKC, right? And so I went to the same graduate program as her, but because she was ahead of me, she graduated a year early. So my whole career trajectory was actually shaped by Jen, and I never thought about it until she passed. And I was just like, this girl really left an indelible mark on me. And she coached me through the field. She told me what places not to apply to. She said, they don't like black people over there. You better stay away. Go over there. The benefits are good. And so she was always just kind of like a sage and a coach for me. And so the last thing that I'll probably say is that, like, if you have a chance to spend time with somebody that you love, you should probably do it, because I had an opportunity 2 months ago to do it with Jen, and I already had some other stuff planned, and I basically didn't do it. But if you got somebody that's present on this side of heaven, you want to cherish them while they're here. And I can pray that you have a friend that I had with Jen, to where you can fall out, but you still fall out in love. You have a friend that brings out the best in you. And Jen, when I see you again, I hope you're sticking to that diet plan, because we're going to do some high knees in heaven. And it's not going to be to impress no man, because you'll be in the face of Jesus, and that's the only person that you need to impress. So I love you, Jen. My heart goes out to all you guys, and God bless.
My name is Ruth, and I've known Jennifer since Gabby was 8 months old. I'm Gabby's nurse, and I've been a nurse for over 50 years, but I've never had anyone that I've been so close to and have known I don't know about their whole family, but probably a lot of their family. I'm going to say 70%. It might be more. But we fought, we laughed. And these kids can tell you that she would be on the phone. They could sometimes hear us arguing. But by the end of the day, just like Big Derek said, she done forgot about it, want to go out to eat, want to go shopping, want to go thrifting. I didn't like thrifting, but I did go with her sometime. She's a really kind person. I'm really going to miss her a lot. I love all the kids. Family has taken me in like I was their family. I didn't feel like I was her nurse, not her nurse. Sometimes I was her nurse too, but she was hard-headed. So I decided that we'll just be friends, and I'll be Gabby's nurse because she was hard-headed. But I'm just sorry, and I'm going to miss her. I love her as a person, and like I said, I've been around a lot of people, but I've never let myself get attached. Just being professional, a lot of times you have to do that if you want to keep going. But with her, we went out. One night we went out, me, her, and my neighbor, to a club, and the music wasn't right. It was okay with us, but Jennifer was like, what is this? It was a little country, but it had a little rock to it. It was a band. That was not her style. That's not what she was up to. But she's a good person. She's a very giving person, and she would give you anything that she had. Even when she didn't have it, she would still give it to you. She was a little extravagant at times. One Christmas, those kids had so many toys over in Raytown. Remember over in Raytown? The whole living room was filled almost up to the ceiling with toys. I mean, I never seen any more. It was like a store. But she is a good person, and her intentions were good, and she's going to be missed greatly. And God bless her and her family.
I met Jennifer in 1996. Like many of you, I'll always remember that first meeting with Jennifer. The first words she ever spoke to me, "Get the hell out of here." I'd been dating Christina for a few months, and I'd yet to meet Jen. I called her Jen or Boo. And after a date night, I walked Christina to her bedroom door, said goodnight, and she walked in. Surprise! Jennifer and toddler Aaliyah had decided to sleep in Christina's bed for the night. Chris noticed and said, "Oh, this is my sister Jennifer," and flipped on the light. Aaliyah sat up and said, "Tiss!" Jennifer pulled the blanket over her head and screamed. Well, you know what she said. First impressions, am I right? I had heard a few Jennifer stories leading up to that night, and the overarching theme was don't upset her. So I turned away, shuffled off with a nice to meet you, fumbling over my shoulder as the two sisters started yelling. The next morning, Christina and I were going to watch Scott play football. When I got to their house, Chris informed me Jennifer would be riding with us. Oh boy. We piled into Chris's car. No one spoke. Tension still high from the night before, maybe. Driving along, Jen told Chris, I called her Chris, to stop by the grocery store. She wanted to go to the deli and get a donut because she was hungry. I offered to go in and pay for the donut, hoping to get on Jen's good side. And she jumped out of the car and walked in with me. We got to the deli, not saying a word. She picked out a donut, and as a joke, I grabbed a mustard packet and said, "Don't you put mustard on your donut?" She said, "No, gross. I put ketchup on mine." She grabbed a little red packet. And I said, "Don't forget mayo." And she said, "And relish." We walked out of Sunfresh with pocketfuls of stolen condiments. We got back to Chris's car and spent the whole drive throwing packets at each other and laughing. That's what I refer to as the Jen seesaw. See, if you crossed her, she could put you down. but she was so much better at lifting you up. I haven't seen a playground seesaw in years, but for those of us that remember them, they were very hard to evenly balance. And to lift someone up, someone had to be down. In her adult life, Jen spent more time at the bottom because she was so busy raising people up. We've heard so many stories of how much she loved her family, especially her kids. Her kids were everything to her. She sacrificed many things so her kids could be the ones soaring high. She didn't mind constantly being on the bottom because she loved looking up and seeing the joy in others' eyes. She was thoughtful, fierce, smart, very smart, funny, and stubborn, and loving. We're going to miss her so much. Let's do our best to honor her. Be like Jen. Take your turn to be on the bottom of the seesaw. Find the joy in lifting people up. I'd like to invite you all to bow your heads as we say a short prayer in conclusion. Dear God, I come to you this evening to celebrate and honor Jen. We thank you for the time that we've had with her tonight. May we all find comfort and peace in her light and in her joy in this world and in the next. In Jesus' name we pray. This concludes the formal part of the ceremony. We do invite everyone to stick around, look at the photos, share memories, and honor Jen.
On behalf of Michael Atkins and the entire Serenity Funeral Home family, we thank the Baston family for calling on us in the time of need. We understand you could have chosen any other funeral home, and we're honored and humbled that you selected us. With that being said, we do have a token of love we want to present back to you. It is a plate, commemorative plate of your loved one to add to all the many memories. Again, on behalf of Michael Atkins and the entire Serenity Funeral Home family, we thank you. I think we've had our final remarks. And we are now dismissed. We need help with 5 floral arrangements to be carried out for the family. So if anyone feels the need to come help carry out during this time, I feel there's no one. Plus the gentleman who brought the pictures, if you could come forward and collect the picture collage.
Nothing really got away, you're driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to turn to. This all and nothing way of loving, gonna be sleeping without you. I need somebody to know, it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you help me escape. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved, and I tend to close my eyes when it hurts. Sometimes I fall into your arms. I'll be safe in your soul till I go back around. For now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love, but now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
I found love in you, and I've learned to love me too. Never have I felt that I could be all that you see. It's like our hearts have intertwined into the perfect harmony. This is why I love you. Ooh, this is why I love you. Because you love me.